All right. Thank you, dude. It's Oklahoma and Sam Houston State. Pre-game festivities roll on as we inch towards a 2:10 first pitch between the Sooners and the Bearkats. Oklahoma so dominant last night as they ended up winning by a final score of 32-0 over Alabama State. And you heard Coach Gasso earlier talk about it. DJ, she's used the term settle a lot this year and in different ways, and not in I'll just settle for this or settle for that. They're like, don't settle for it. But then in the same vein, settle down,
Yes.
Settle in a bit. This is such a unique mix of youth and experience, and even that experience is, maybe 1 year in the case of Gabby Garcia and Sid Barker. So it is a team that's still learning a lot.
And I think that is one of the hardest things, that balance that you try to find with a young team. And I think that gets overlooked a lot, of finding that good balance of we've got to attack, we've got to be aggressive, but there's also a time when we've got to settle down, and you can't be overly aggressive, you can't be overly hyped. So finding that good balance is really one thing I think that this team is going to continue to really focus on.
The Sooner Softball pregame show has been presented by Walden Cleaners and Laundry. Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Sooners have taken to the circle, ready to take the field as we get set for a doubleheader day. A long day, a long weekend of Sooner activity. The baseball team is home all weekend long. They play this afternoon at 4 o'clock against Gonzaga. The OU women's team, basketball team, played last night over across the street in the Lloyd Noble Center, dominating Arkansas. OU men's hoops is on the road at LSU. But also tonight, the parking lot's going to be busy because you've got baseball, you got the second game of softball, and you got OU women's gymnastics right across the street this evening. KJ Kindler's squad looks to stay #1 in the country against Auburn. The penultimate home meet, but the final SEC meet of the season. So I guess in our One Oklahoma Sooner Sports calendar, DJ, a lot going on tonight around campus.
If you had it scheduled out right, you could hit a little bit of everything if you wanted, but
It's a good point. I hadn't even thought of that. Might be able to do so here today. Hold on, let's think of this. This game starts, well, it was supposed to start at 2. It's going to start at 2:10.
catch your softball right now.
Right, get your softball. When this game's over, you walk over to baseball.
Yep, just bop on over.
Right? Baseball, well, and our second game starts at 5:30-ish. So you can get a little baseball, come back to softball after Skip's crew takes care of business, and then zoom on over to women's gym.
Done. We've got it planned out for
And
you.
then, hey, and then tomorrow night, you come back for softball, and then we go support Mark and the boys with the men's gymnastics
I
team.
will be there.
Let's go. All right, here we go. Sophia Lundstrom will lead things off for Sam Houston. Won the first game today as they beat Alabama State. So they're 12-6 now on the season. Lundstrom, the freshman center fielder, digs in. Lefty-lefty matchup as Audrey Lowry stares in. The first pitch is in for a strike at 2:11 p.m. So a little bit later than our projected 2 o'clock start. But obviously there were few things that needed to be taken care of after the first game ran just a skosh long. That pitch was up, and Lundstrom couldn't hold up. They call that on the swing. All right, strike two.
Here's what I love to see, and this was a key. Lowry, 2 pitches in, 2 strikes, opening up the count 0-1, plus count.
The 0-2 is a little bit up. I don't know if you've noticed it, but it's becoming one of my favorite things, and it's the hop that Kendall Wells has after a pitch that she thinks is a strike. Sometimes she's right. The 1-2, like that. Swing and a miss.
And that's a good mix of speeds on the outer half. Just a little bit of an off-speed curve, getting the wave from the slapper. Love seeing that lefty-lefty slapper matchup for Lowry. And again, it plays right into her pitch sequences.
Here's Jordan Pino. First pitch, swing and a miss. Wow, she looks good. I know it's 4 pitches, but
it matters.
I feel like Audrey is someone you can tell kind of quick what you're going to get. Seems like she's pretty dialed in. Just pounding the zone here early on. The 0-1. Bunts it. It dies right in front of the plate. What a play by Kendall Wells, and what a catch by Parker at first. 2 away.
And Wells popping out from behind the plate, and it was immediate. There's so many times, especially when you see that bunt come off kind of the cap of the bat, end the bat, you kind of expect that spin. That thing just died, and Wells popping up quick.
First pitch, swinging. Oh, this will be a quick first inning. Center field, under it is Kai Miner to make the catch, and a quick 1, 2, 3. Top half of the first. We head to the bottom, scoreless at Love's Field. Sooner softball is presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And today's game is brought to you by the OU Energy Partners, celebrating. Amy Abke, junior, 2.17 ERA, gets the start for Sam Houston. Kai Miner digs in. Here we go. Along with DJ Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. 1, 2, 3, top half of the first. Kai Miner steps in to lead things off for the first time in her Sooner career in the leadoff spot. Righty Abke finds the top edge of the zone for strike 1. Kai Miner, what a story she's been so far for the Sooners, hitting .581. Tied for the team lead with 4 stolen bases. Has 13 runs batted in, and she rips this one foul. Look out, Coach Gassa. Coach in the shade down the third base line. In her 32nd year here at the University of Oklahoma. Across the way, Fale Palima Steele fights the sun. I guess that's the benefits of being the head coach.
We're going to have to get Fale a visor.
The 0-2 pitch looped on the infield right at the shortstop Holiday, and there's 1 away. It's kind of caught your eye as we've dug into the numbers here on Abke.
You know, when you're looking at Abke's numbers, here's one of the things that stood out to me. Her batting average, hitters are hitting 168 against her. Very low. I mean, and then across the board, pretty high strikeout numbers at 28 in 29 innings. Now, other side of that coin, 13 walks.
Right.
So control can be an issue, but only seeing 168 batting average against.
First pitch is low to Kendall Wells for ball 1. Every so often, there'll be a team that has a pitcher that you get to the 5th inning, you're like, what's going on here? See it happen every year. As that pitch misses high 2-0. I would put Amy Abke in the group of pitchers that might be able to hold this offense at bay if she has her best stuff. I think Sooners eventually would make her pay, but she is impressive so far this year for the Bearkats. As soon as I brag on her, she falls behind 3-0 to Kendall Wells.
And again,
brag on her some more, Plank.
Well, and that has been a little bit of the Achilles for Abke. Again, 13 walks in just 29 1/3 innings. But one thing she does well, she spins the ball. She works left and right, but has a lot of spin on those pitches as the 3-0 is in for a called strike on the inner half. Decent velocity around the mid-60s. But when Abke takes care of business, it's all about threading that needle and hitting the spot with her pitches.
Like that, swing and a miss, strike two.
Pulling the string on the off speed. And this is where, again, Coach Gasso using that word, you can't settle, of making adjustments quickly and early against Abke.
Rip foul down the third base line, another dance job for Coach. Probably haven't done as good of a job of laying out the Sam Houston's defensive approach. Keep an eye on Sophia Lundstrom out in center field. She's impressive. Jordan Pino in right. And in left field is Amy Heine. 3-2, ball four. Sooners' first base runner is a walk to Kendall Wells. Chalk up walk number 11 on the season for Wells. And here is the team walks leader, Cassidy Pickering, who has been walked 19 times this season.
And Pickering, I mean, you look back to even when she was a freshman, just the amount of walks and hit by pitches she draws.
Strike one is in. Updated numbers on Pickering, a 548 average. Third on the team right now with 23 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, popped it up on the infield. Got under it. Catch is made for out number 2 by the shortstop Morgan Holiday.
That pitch from Abke on the inner half, a curveball. You could see Pickering, again, just not quite on time, much like Kai Minor to start the game. Pair of outs, both popped up to short, but not overpowering velocity from Abke. But again, she spins the ball well and spots up her pitches. That's just a good spot on the inner half.
Here's Alyssa Parker. Sooners looking to avoid its first scoreless inning of the weekend, and the pitch is high for ball one. Again, that's a little bit unfair. It was a Thursday night game. Hey, how about the finish to the Oklahoma State-Nebraska game last night?
Man.
Cowgirls walked it off. Here's the 1-0. Parker takes it low, 2-0. Ball's in the dirt. Wells is going to try to take second, and she's there. Kendall Wells saw Bella Perez kind of bobble a little bit and said, I'm off.
And that's a really good read from Parker, reading the down angle on the pitch and seeing, and it didn't quite skip in the dirt, but Perez having to go down and get that pitch, but really good angle, reading the angle from Parker immediately.
2-0. A little bit up, ball three. Scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. First of two on a Friday matinee. 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball four. Runners at first and second for Ella Parker as Alyssa Parker walks.
Bring the walks on the season for Abke to 15.
That was a concern you had.
Yep.
Here's Ella Parker. 488 average for Ella. First pitch, swings and fouls it off. 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Efficient is the word I would use for Ella Parker this year. 11 walks, leads the team with 3 hit by pitches. The 0-1. Little bit out, 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is one of those moments for Ella Parker in this ball game. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs early in this ball game. Clutch up, right? That attacking mode to take advantage of a 2-out runner in scoring position.
And 1-1 pitch misses low, 2 balls and a strike. By the way, just to follow up, because we mentioned it in passing. We left one half inning thinking Sam Houston State calls time, and we're going to get a quick circle visit here. Well, again, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Sam Houston State. You have some coaches where nothing is quick, but we'll kind of see how things play out today for Garrett Vallis and Tesso.
In the end, right, I was kind of curious. I think the first thing I told you, Plank, was I'm curious to see it. I want to see it. And really, there was nothing controversial about it. It was just a botched call.
How about that catch by Hannah Kaur?
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see it? They're in Tulsa. Today is Nebraska. All right, meetings are over. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Ella. She swings and fouls out one well out of play down the left field line.
Saw Abke pull the string earlier to Kendall Wells. Ella Parker fouling balls off to the left side, potentially gearing up for a little bit of a change of speeds here from Abke in the 2-2.
Ella waits. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball back up the middle. Base hit. Patty Gasso will wave home. Kendall Wells. Here comes the Sooner catcher. She's safe. Ella Parker advances to third ahead of the throw. 2-out RBI single for Ella Parker. And it's 1-0 Sooners. How about that manufactured run?
Key to my heart. You know it, Plank, but you've got to appreciate Ella Parker. Again, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Out 1 and 2 in this inning, couple of pop-ups on the infield, and Ella Parker finding a way to drive that run in and put a run up early in this ball game. That's the type of offense that Coach Gasso is wanting to see from this team, attacking and being aggressive early.
There's a hard hit ball, deep to left center field at the wall. Wow, what a catch! Lundstrom crashes into the pads in left center field as she holes in a surefire extra base hit from Gabby Garcia. What a play. What a play.
She was on that off the bat. What a catch from Lundstrom.
We'll head to the bottom of the first, or to the second inning, pardon me. That was one heck of a University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay, The Baked Bear, Taco Mayo, Wonderfolk, and Boomerang Diner. And Courtyard by Marriott. Located just minutes from the OU campus, Courtyard Norman offers affordable, stylish accommodations with tech, Ford amenities, and classic Southern hospitality. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. First pitch of the bottom of the first inning is a strike to the first baseman, Veronica Harrison. And what a catch by Lundstrom. Sophia Lundstrom definitely took away extra base hits. Fly ball pretty deep to center field at the wall. Kai Miner makes the catch. One away. Harrison put a charge into that, DJ.
She did, struck well. That pitch catching a little bit of plate from Lowry, but Kai Miner on it immediately. Back-to-back, ball struck well to center field, and just seeing 2 center fielders get good reads on the ball. And I want to go back for 1 second. I don't think I gave Sophia Lundstrom enough love on the fact of making a really difficult catch look really easy.
She made it look smooth.
Yep.
First pitch to Abby Papadimitriou is fouled off. It's the only name on the Sam Houston State roster that they don't have a pronunciation for. 0-1 is fouled off. It's spelled like it's sour. It sounds like it's spelled. Papadimitriou.
That feels like a cruel joke.
Papadimitriou.
Someone sitting back going,
We're not going to put
we're not going to put that one on. We'll
there.
put the others on.
Good luck figuring that one out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Abby, we'll just call her Abby, takes it low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hitting .316 as the freshman. Couple of runs batted in so far on the season. 1-zip Sooners. We're in the second. The sun is bright. 1-2. Way out in front of it, fouled it off. Sooner defense has a little bit of a different look today with Nelly not in the starting lineup for the second straight day. Sid Barker is over at third with Gabby Garcia at short, Ilana Agbayani at second, and Alyssa Parker continues to show her versatility, getting the start at first base. The battery of Lowry and Wells with Kai Miner in center. Ella Parker has really taken to right field, and Abby Dayton in left. Things I didn't have on my bingo board, I'm not going to lie. 1-2 misses high. I don't know if it sounds corny to say it, so make fun of me if it does, but I'm really proud of Ella Parker, like really proud. She committed to getting better defensively, and she's been that out in right field. It's been really fun to see. The 2-2 is bounced towards Alyssa Parker, plays it off a hop 2 away.
I don't think that's corny at all, right? Isn't that the challenge? I mean, I'm going to keep going back to this message. That Coach you don't settle?
Yeah, don't
That's
settle.
not settling, right? Ella Parker could very well say,
I'll be a DP.
Here's my stick.
Yeah, I'll be DP.
You know, I think I've hit my way into the lineup, and instead taking the approach of wanting to get better, because you know what? This lineup's better when Ella Parker is not the DP.
That ball's fouled away. And there's players that I think are still kind of finding what their role defensively is going to be. Lexi McDaniel, I think, is a great example. Tia Malloy is a good example. And you know they can rake, you know they can hit. Where do they fit in as far as a lineup that appears to be pretty stacked right now? Here's the 0-1 to Kayla Heine. That misses outside. Ball and a strike. The next pitch that Abby Dayton throws will be her 18th of the game. Miles per hour back on the scoreboard today. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back towards us, DJ. Is it going to get back here? No. In fact, Kendall Wells almost caught it. I thought that had a little bit more juice getting back than it did.
Yeah.
Did she have a shot, or did that skip off the net?
I don't think it skipped off.
Yeah, I think she had a shot.
She should have caught that. Again, and it gets tough when you get in that realm of, is it going to hit the net? Is it going to skim down the net? It gets tough, but that's definitely a play that Kendall Wells should make.
That's fouled back. You know, and I'm always intrigued by how different this place plays as opposed to anywhere else this team goes. I think it's such an advantage for Oklahoma against opponents, but yet it's still a challenge for some of the newcomers. What a pitch. Got her to swing and just get a piece of it.
It's a really nice location. And I think part of that, too, Plank, I was talking about this when we got here, the shadows this time of day are a little funky. On the left side of the field, third base side of the field, all in the shade, especially behind the plate. You get over to the right side behind the plate as that pitch misses low. Nice location to run 2 balls and 2 strikes. But then all of a sudden you're in the sun, and you've got that sun creeping over the right side, so that could have played a little bit of a factor in it as well. But the shadows left to right can be a little bit challenging.
2-2 is up high, 3-2, full count. Did you bring a jacket tonight? Are you worried about getting colder later, or are you okay?
I didn't bring a jacket. I do have my sweatshirt.
It's like 100 degrees in this booth, so I think we're going to be okay. If you guys need to warm up, just come up here.
It's 100 degrees as I sit here in my sweatshirt.
3-2 is fouled back off the net. This reminds me, just weather, to share a story. And those who made the trek or were there in Las Cruces, you know, at that first game, we got there. I was in short sleeve shirt. It's gorgeous. And right before first pitch, this cold rain came in. I don't think that's on tap tonight. 3-2 is ball 4. And off to first goes Kyla Heine. First base runner of the game on the walk.
And I'm not ashamed to say at times there is a such thing as a good walk, right?
Yep.
2 quick outs, ahead in that count at 1 point, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's an at bat you've got to finish in the circle.
Yaratsi. Trisha Yaratsi fouls the first pitch back.
But I will say this, Audrey Lowry on the day, 7 for 7 in first pitch strikes.
Things you love to see.
Yes, absolutely.
Kyla Heine is aboard at first. Oh, 1 pitch just a little bit out. That looked like a good spot. Ball and a strike. Holiday on deck. The shortstop, Morgan Holiday, Kinsey Hobbs in that 9-hole, the second baseman. 1-zip Sooners. We're in the second. The pitch. Ball 2. Lowry wants to talk to Kendall Wells. You notice anything?
No, I mean, that's the biggest miss that she's had. But I go back to the Heine at bat that turned it into a walk, and you tip your hat to Heine working back from a 1-2 count and drawing the walk. But again, staying in the strike zone. One key that I mentioned for Lowry is letting her pitches work through the zone and not trying to be too fine, trying to hit, trying to be too fine with your spots. Let your pitches get that movement through the plate. She's done a good job of that so far, but we've seen a few pitches here in the last couple of at-bats get a little bit wide.
There's a good, oh, watch out. That ball fouled back. It got over the netting, hit the overhang, and shot back down into the crowd. Everyone's okay. One of the fans did a really nice job of reaching down to protect a couple of older fans in front of him and save his beer. Well done, man. That one's popped up. Another chance for Wells. No, Alyssa Parker will call for it, make the catch, and Audrey Lowry works around a 2-out walk and sets down Sam Houston State. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's Oklahoma. It's no surprise that Riverwind Casino is the official entertainment destination of OU Athletics. Barker hitting .313 on the season for the Sooners. Takes a strike. Along with DJ Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. It'll be Barker, Agbayani, and Dayton, 7, 8, and 9 in the Sooner lineup. Barker fouls that one back.
You could see JT Gasso getting the Sooner offense together in between innings and having a chat, and you could kind of, watching him pantomime what he was saying, of watching some of these hitters kind of leaning at the outside pitch, letting that pitch get a little bit deeper, letting the ball travel so you can drive.
0-2 pitch is a good one, misses a little bit in. Sydney Barker, I think I gave you the wrong average. What did I say, 312? Yeah, 312. 6 runs batted in, getting the start at third today. Here's the 1-2. Hits it down the right field line. Is there room for Pino? There is not. Foul one. Jordan Pino out in right field, with Lundstrom in center and Heine in left. An infield with Yarotsky at third, Holiday at short, Hobbs at second, Harrison at first. Perez behind the plate, and Sammy Abke, the junior, who's held the Sooners at bay in the first. Ground ball back up the middle, nice play. Cutting across by the shortstop, Holiday. Good throw, one away. Here's Ilana.
Abke just doing a good job of mixing her pitch sequence. You can kind of see some defensive swings, and I will say this, we did not see a single defensive swing from the Sooners in game one, but we've seen a few here already in this ball game. But Abke really just doing a good job working east to west and hitting. I mean, she's really throwing each of her pitches, curveball, screwball, in the river.
Alana Agbayani takes the first pitch low for ball one. Abke, by the way, out of Katy, Texas, by way of Seven Lakes High School. He's played 2 seasons with the Bearkats. Agbayani takes it off the Evo shield. If I was Sam Houston State and Coach Garrett Valish, I might kind of fight that one. Looked like Ilana leaned into it a little bit.
Yeah, really active take by Agbayani on that pitch, but I'll say this. Abke is really, I just said she's been thrown in the river, pushing the envelope on the inner half. And that pitch just in on the chalk a little bit, but hit by pitch because you're getting the active take by Agbayani.
Here's Abby Dayton. First pitch up and away. One thing that's great about having Agbayani and Dayton in the lineup is they both can hit for power. They've hit home runs, but they can work the dirt as well as anyone in this Sooner lineup, and they have the speed, too, to go with it. In fact, there goes the runner off to second. Wow, that's a great throw, and they got her. Perez throws out. Agbayani trying to steal second, 2 away. And Dayton was trying to protect her runner and just couldn't get a piece of it. Looked like she got a pretty bad break at first.
And I know playing, because you looked at me, I was sitting here going, I'm like, I think I hit and run.
Run.
I could feel it, yep. And like you said, a little bit of a late jump, but that pitch was able to be handled.
Third caught stealing of a Sooner this season, and it's 1-1 pitch, misses low, 2-1. Appearance number 9 on the season for Abke. She has thrown against one Power 4 opponent. 2-1 is a little bit up, I guess. In the loss to Baylor, she came in and pitched an inning and allowed a hit, 17 pitches, and that was it. The 3-1. Hammered to right field, over the head, and completely fooled was Pino. Off to second goes Abby Dayton as it thuds off the wall. Pino was fighting the sun, and a laser off the bat of Dayton pounds off the right field wall, and Abby with a 2-out double turns the lineup over.
I think we both kind of sat here because it looked like that was a line drive shot right at Pino in right field, and it was hard to tell whether or not she was going to make the play or not. But that ball was hit so hard, it had that backspin, and it just took off over Pino's head. But that's the hardest hit ball we've seen here off a Sooner bat, and Abby Dayton doing it with 2 outs.
There's a line drive off the glove of the first baseman, Harrison, that ricochets towards the second base bag. No one is there. It's another hard hit ball, and it's an infield single, I guess, is how that's going to be ruled. First and third now with 2 outs.
And Kendall Wells an opportunity here, but we talked about this when we saw Kai Minor in the leadoff spot. That trio of Agbayani, now granted Agbayani thrown out on the steal, but you look at that 8-9-1 trio of what they've done here, finding their ways on base. I really like that look, 8-9-1 of the trio of lefties just wreaking a little bit of havoc.
1-0 Sooners, bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Kendall Wells. Oh, she had a cut, swing and miss, strike 1.
Curious to see first and third, the wheels of Minor. Now granted, Perez threw out Agbayani, but curious to see if there's any runners in motion here.
Oh, one pitch just missed out, 1 ball and 1 strike. That Bearcat dugout is they're wearing out the home plate umpire, Dustin Douglas. They thought that deserved a strike call. Ball and a strike. Big moment here early for the Sooners, and Wells pops it up. But the sun could be an issue here. Racing in, though, is the center fielder Lundstrom to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Sooners in a little too late second. Sooners put 2 on, but with 2 outs, Wells pops up, and that'll do it. We head to the third, 1-0 Oklahoma. Today's game bats for the Sooners today?
Yeah, and I think, again, we saw it to start the second inning, but Abby Dayton squares the ball up to right field, and then rolling back over the lineup to Kai Minor. Much better at bat by Kai Minor, making the adjustments. So the real tell is going to be in the bottom half of the third of the adjustments that the Sooners make offensively going through this lineup a second time. But I'll say this, Abke looking really good.
She looks good.
The first time through the lineup and doing a good job of hitting spots. So the Sooners just going to need to adjust working that second time through.
Yeah, let's see what adjustments they make is Morgan Holiday, the shortstop, 8-hole hitter, tries to bunt and fouls it back. Make sure to check out the Sooner Sports Podcast, your all-access audio pass to Sooner Sports. You can log on to Soonersports.com/podcast or search Sooner Sports Podcast in your favorite podcast provider. Sooner Sports Pod is presented by Allstate and Riverwind Casino. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And Sooner Softball is brought to you by Planet Fitness, a proud partner of the Sooners with multiple locations in Oklahoma. Planet Fitness can help you with whatever you are getting stronger for. Join today. No ball, 2 strike count. Holiday takes it a little bit up. Morgan Holiday, the starting shortstop at junior. She's at 255 on the season so far. The 1-2 is just a little bit out.
You could see Lowry on that pitch. Missed her spot immediately. Pumping the glove at Wells, kind of going, I know. Good work, I see you.
You tried.
But the 2-2.
Rip foul.
A little bit of a change of speeds, that pitch elevated in the zone. We've seen Lowry go into the rise ball when she's ahead in counts and has not gotten any bites on it yet from the Sam Houston offense. Just needs to work that rise ball just a hair lower. Again, working that pitch, working that movement through the zone.
2-2 pitch. Checked her swing on a ball that was way out. Full count. Huntsville, Texas. That's where Sam Houston State is located. They've been on the Sooner schedule a handful of times. This is the 21st meeting with the Bearkats. 3-2 pitch, bounced foul down the third baseline. Believe it or not, OU leads the overall series 13-7.
Hey.
Sam Houston has beaten Oklahoma 7 times. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count here. Lowry did not like whatever was called there. She has shaken it twice, and now she calls time with the pitch clock at 3. And Kendall Wells is going to go out and chat with her. That's something you don't see too terribly often.
And you can kind of see, I was waiting for Wells to stand up or have some sort of time call because I was watching the pitch clock, especially with the full count. You've got to make sure you're managing.
Oh, we saw it last night.
Yep.
3-2 pitch. Looped deep to left field, but racing back. Oh, it gets out of here. I think is that going to be a home run? No.
Ground rule double.
Because Dayton nearly caught it. It hit off the wall, and then it hit off her, and then it went over the fence. The third base umpire was all over it, Keith Kearney, to say, no, it's a double. And for Morgan Holiday, her 5th double of the season. We don't have the ability to see the replays, but that ball was like a ping pong ball.
Yeah, it hit off the wall, off her quad.
There's a beautiful bunt, but it's foul. Died right in front of the plate.
You can see Sam Houston trying to manufacture a run here, the leadoff double. But here's the piece for Lowry. Again, that pitch just elevated up in the zone just a bit, but didn't have that bite, that late break to get the miss hit. So missed pitch. But here's the piece that we've seen it twice. 1-2 count resulted in a walk.
There's a popped-up bunt, foul.
The at-bat to Holiday, that count started 0-2. And just Lowry not able to get that finishing pitch to push the count 3-2. And again, that last miss resulting in the double. But both base runners have worked their way back from an 0-2 and a 1-2 count. So Lowry needing to find that finishing pitch.
0-2 here is fouled off. Yeah, it's weird because you don't, I think they, Jada, I've heard it called a waste pitch. When Jada, she called it a chase pitch this weekend. And
I like that better than waste.
I do too, because it got me kind of reevaluating that ploy. There's an 0-2 that's bounced to the right side. Ogbayani up with it, throws to first, 1 away. Kind of works out like you would want.
Yep.
As the runner, Holiday, advances to third.
Yeah, Hobbs taking that pitch on the inner half. We saw her square around a bunt the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, but again, playing the game. Little ground ball to the right side, moving that runner now, rolling this back over to Lundstrom. And the Bearkats, opportunity to strike here a couple different ways, get on the board.
Runner at third, 1-0 Sooners, and the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Sophia Sundstrom is low and in, ball 1.
This is where I want to remind, again, of one of my keys. Lefty, 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 9-1-2 for Lowry.
That's fouled off.
So, opportunity for her to really go and work those pitches and take advantage. of having these lefties 3 in a row.
One ball and a strike. The pitch grounded back off the glove of Lowry. The run will score, and the runner at first is safe. Lundstrom, it just hit off the glove and then rolled away from Lowry, who, if she had made the play cleanly, it looked like it would have held the runner at third at the very least.
Yeah.
But we are tied at 1. We'll await the ruling. Looks like we don't have to wait. They've already ruled it an error, an E1. 1-1.
Again, just a kind of a squib right back to Lowry in the circle. Obviously left-handed, having to come off and backhanded, but again, a play that Lowry expects herself to make, especially that ball's not hit very hard. But you could just kind of see a little bit, you want urgency, right?
Right.
You want urgency, but you don't want it to be rushed. That looked a little bit rushed, pulling up a little bit too quick.
The ground line drive fouled off towards the Sooner dugout. 1-1 game. We're in the top of the third inning. You know the last time Sam Houston State beat Oklahoma?
Nope.
2004.
That was just a hair before my
right
time.
Before your time. Came here to Norman and beat him 3-1. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit in. Kendall Wells going to throw down to chase Lundstrom back to first base. Sooners have won 7 straight in this series. Patty Gasso has lost just once to Sam Houston State. That was in 2004. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
It's a really good pitch. That is that location that I'm talking about with Lowry against these lefties, taking that curve ball and just breaking it away, and you can just see the swing. If she takes that pitch a ball further off the plate, we're going to see the same thing, and there's the setup.
That's sky deep to right field. Ella Parker at the wall. I think you called it, DJ. It's a 2-run home run. And just like that, Sam Houston State has taken the lead. Jordan Pino with a bomb over the right field wall. How about that?
And you could see the missed location as I'm sitting here talking about the curve ball going another ball off the plate, trying to go for the strikeout. And you could see Kendall Wells set up outside to the lefty. That pitch was middle in. So big miss there for Lowry. But I tell you this much, Bearkats came to play.
Yes, they
did. Good at-bats from the Bearkats here in the third.
And here comes Carly Keeney out to talk to Audrey Lowry. What do you think the message here is? Settle down.
We share the same brain. Settle down, but hit response, right? I've been tracking this because this was one thing I really wanted to pay attention to, of first pitch strikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Lowry, 9 for 10. But here's where we've seen it shift a bit. 9 for 10 in first pitch strikes, but when the Bearkats have gotten base hits or gotten runners on base, those counts have gotten deep. You're starting 0-2, 1-2, and then seeing, again, not Lowry not able to get that finishing pitch. But Pino, that was a 1-2 count.
Yeah.
So, again, that's just a flat-out missed spot. But a lot of game left. But Lowry, again, here, getting back to just letting her pitches work through the zone, not trying to do too much.
Probably didn't expect to see the Sooners facing a deficit today, but Sam Houston has come to play. First pitch is a little bit out, ball 1 to Bella Perez.
And you go back, and I think I've said it 10 times, and I'm going to probably say it 10 more.
Got
Coach
a long
Gasso,
day.
it's a long day, and last night's done.
Pop foul and out of play.
And that idea of you don't settle, this is that lull that Coach Gasso has noticed from time to time, you know, with this Sooner team of walking into a game and not necessarily having that same attack mode that you see the game before. So that's going to be the adjustment.
Bouncer to the right side. Parker gloves it, drops it, picks it up, takes it to the bag. 2 away. 2 outs for Veronica Harrison, the first baseman. Well, we are checking in from all over the globe today in our third inning check-ins, brought to you by One Oklahoma. We've got Ed, who is originally from Shawnee in Puerto Rico today. Here's the first pitch to Veronica Harrison. It's low. See also, James is in Puna del Este, Uruguay today. Doug is in Chile as the 0-1 pitch missed. So we've got the globe covered. Kelly and Courtney Bryce are tuned in. And Marla, how do you say that last name?
Marla Pooch.
Marla Pooch, sorry. I'm sorry, it looked like Pook. I don't think I've ever heard anyone with that last name. Line drive caught by Alana Agbayani. Sooners got a little work to do. They give up 3 thanks to a 2-run home run from Jordan Pino. And as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's 3-1 Sooners. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Chris and Jessica Wilkerson. Glenn Shields checking in from Mountain Home, Arkansas. Cliff is in Big Forney, Texas. Aaron and his dad tuned in today. Mackay. Cassidy Pickering leads things off for the Sooners. Bottom of the 3rd, Oklahoma down 3-1. Pickering popped out to short in her first at bat, and she takes a strike. Whether Brahms is your stop for a burger and ice cream or your weekly trip for groceries from the fresh market, Brahms is proud to be a part of your family's tradition. Brahms Farm Fresh for over 50 years, proud partner of OU Athletics. The 0-1, little bit out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sooners seem just a tick off at the plate. Not ticked off, just a skosh off.
Well, and you can just see again, Apke has them out of time.
Yeah.
And there's not that rhythm as that pitch comes in and misses low to go 2-1. But we've seen Abby Dayton, Kai Miner get on time. Not even fair to say, you know, Gabby Garcia as well, and that's a big hack.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
But Abke just has them out of rhythm a little bit, and she's doing, again, a really good job of working left to right, but she's also mixing speeds, and Sooners just have not adjusted yet.
The 2-2, just missed out. I trust the confidence of Cassidy Pickering in her eye at the plate.
She hasn't drawn all those rocks by accident.
That's right. There's ball 4. Speaking of that, Don and Mary Lou Pickering, Cassidy's grandparents, did check in from Willow Creek, Montana.
I'm going to say this. It's a good at-bat by Pick.
That's a great at-bat, something the Sooners needed.
Yep. And if you're pitching coach for Sam Houston, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, right?
Walking the leadoff hitter?
Walking the leadoff hitter, but following up a crooked number team, putting runs on the board, and then the leadoff getting on, regardless of how it's done.
First pitch strike. Parker, her last time up, walked. The 0-1, little bit low. And for some reason, on the score sheet, had decided to let Alyssa Parker score a run. What are we doing? I'd like that right now. 3-2 would look a lot better. Popped up, left side, just a hair off. Ranging out, shallow left field is Holiday to make the catch, and that is the first out of the 3rd.
And that is the 3rd pop-up on the infield to short. And again, just Abke hitting that location just in on the hands with the Sooners not getting their barrel there. Again, just a little bit out of time. But I will say this, if you look in the Sooner dugout right now, a little quiet, I can almost guarantee you.
Ripped into right field, a base hit by Sweet Baby. Into the corner, it means extra bases. Off to second is Ella. Off to third is Pickering. Second and third with only 1 out, and the Sooners down 2.
And Ella Parker right on cue. I can almost guarantee you the message coming from Coach Gasso and this coaching staff, stop waiting for something to happen. Get aggressive and make something happen. And there's Ella Parker, again, getting on time. And and letting that pitch get just a hair deeper.
Gabby darn near left the field her last time up. Heck of a play in center field by Lundstrom. Took away at the least extra bases, and boy, that first pitch misses a little bit up. I started to say out, and I started to say up. I don't know which one it was. It was out.
A little bit of both.
Ball one. Second and third, only one away. Bottom of the third, 3-1 Sooners trail it. Fouled off, big cut. Boy, those are dangerous foul balls with the little gap that is between the netting and the overhang, the awning. We've seen foul balls rocket down off those. So be careful if you're sitting behind home plate or even up near that top row. The 1-1. Missed a little bit low. I hope they're okay over there. That thing shot right down.
Yeah,
Looks
we've
like
seen
they're
a
okay.
few.
Oof. Foul ball we're talking about. Here's the 2-1 with runners at second and third. The pitch ripped past the first baseman, Harrison, into right field. Pickering scores. Here comes Parker. The throw is not in time. It's 3-3. A 2-run single by Gabby Garcia has knotted the game in the bottom of the third.
And that's the response. That is the answer. Gabby Garcia, if you're going through this lineup twice, has had two of the best at-bats that we've seen. Like just getting that foot down and again, getting on time. That's one thing, again, Abke has done a good job of so far in the circle. Mixing speeds, mixing locations, left to right. But Sooners taking advantage of the leadoff walk. And it's, as soon as it happened, you're kind of going, that's a dangerous place to play.
Well, while we got a break in the action, Sam Houston State having a quick circle visit. Okie Phil's tuned in. He and his bride in Fulton, Mississippi today. Doug's up in Broken Arrow. How about Trey Linda Kerr checking in with the pups, Mom and Kimmer. Kelly and Anita Ford are tuned in from Section 8. Sharice down in Austin. Jim Selby in Jacksonville. Linda listening in their semi-truck while in Joliet, Illinois.
Hey!
Not too far from God's country. Wheelchair Mom in Southern Illinois. Early check-in from Julian Phil in Des Moines, Iowa. Dr. Nick is in Africa. My goodness.
What time is it there?
I don't even want to know. Here we go. Sid Barker will dig in. Whole new game, tied at 3. There's a ball that just popped out of the mid of Perez, and Gabby Garcia couldn't take advantage of it. She'll stay at first.
You can see the frustration from Gabby Garcia just a little bit, but that's a little bit of a tough read. It scooted away a little further, I think, than Gabby expected, but you could see her get back to first, kind of bending that back, going, oh, I should be standing on second.
Here's the 1-0. Wow, that's destroyed, but it's foul.
And Sid Barker grounded out in her last at-bat, but was just a little bit out on her front foot back in the second. So again, that foul ball hooked left. Might want to sit back one click in case Abke pulls that changeup out, because we've seen it a few times today.
Abke's done a good job to this point. Full second time through the lineup for the Sooners as the 1-1 misses low, 2-1. The Sooner dugout and the fans have kind of taken to barking whenever Barker is at the plate. I like it. I approve. Here's the 2-1. Popped up, right field. At the warning track, Pino makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
That ball struck pretty well. You can just see Barker leaning for that pitch just a bit, and that's the difference between that being, honestly, that's the difference between that ball leaving the yard or being a base hit in the gap and being a fly out.
2 away, and Coach Gasso is going to start mixing the lineup up a little bit. What's this, Lexi McDaniel is going to get an opportunity to hit here. Indeed it is. So after Ilana Agbayani was hit by a pitch, Lexi McDaniel will hit here. Garcia at first, 2 outs, 3-3 game. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch. Wow, foul down the left field line. Similar to Sid Barker's foul ball. An absolute just dart down the left field line.
Nabke ahead. This is where we've seen her again either change speeds a bit or go down in the zone.
That misses high. Ball and a strike. 3-3 game. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch. Well, that just missed. 2-1.
And there's that curveball drop curve on the outer half, and you can see Abke trying to get that ball low and away. Is a good location, but it hasn't been a strike on either side today.
Here comes the 2-1. That's hit well to center field, and it is gone! Lexi McDaniel lasers one into the center field garden, and Oklahoma takes a 5-3 lead as the freshman leaves the yard in a hurry. 5-3 Sooners. There's that power of Lexi McDaniel.
And that is just such a good piece of hitting. There are few things I love more in this game than having a pinch hitter come in and have an at-bat like that, regardless of if that ball leaves the yard or not. Coming in and just seeing the ball well. That was the exact same, very similar, I'm not going to say exact same, very similar setup to what we saw with Barker. That was McDaniel letting that ball just get a click later and not reaching for that pitch, and there's your outcome.
Heck of an at-bat for Lexi McDaniel. And it's 5-3 Sooners. Here's Abby Dayton, who doubled her last time up. Here's the first pitch to the Sooner left fielder, way outside, ball 1. How about John Humphrey, who's in Frisco? Kimberly's in Valley Miss, Texas. Showman's in Indy. Ron Wright is in Boswell, Oklahoma. Brett and Margaret Bean are in Glenpool, and David and Jana checking in from Canadian County. 2-0 misses, pardon me, the 1-0 misses out. 2 balls and no strikes. So you're listening in all of Canadian County? You're watching in all of Canadian County? It's impressive. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1. Dayton has, I think, had a really nice start to the season. I mean, she's not, I don't know if you have anyone that you would say is having a similar role to last year, but it's a little different for her. That's fouled off. Abby was, you know, the everyday starting center fielder, and now with Kai Minor's emergence, she's playing a little bit more left, some right. Still, you consider the Sooners today is their 17th game. And Abby Dayton has played in all 17 games, starting now 13 of the 17 games. 2-2 is bounced towards second. Backhand, nope, ball's free. The throw as she picks it up is not in time. Hobbs had it, lost it. By the time she picked it up, it had scooted far enough away that Dayton beats out the throw. And here's Kai Minor.
Abby Dayton squaring the ball up twice in her at-bats, and you can kind of see Hobbs taking her up the middle, going for that backhand. You can see when she's going for that ground ball, just reaching a bit instead of taking just a hair of a deeper angle and being in the position where she didn't have to reach as far, but that might be the day for Abke.
It will be the day for Abke. Amy Abke's day is done. We're going to get a new Sam Houston State pitcher as Garrett Valish has made his way to the circle, and Sam Houston State is going to make a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new Bearcat pitcher when we come back. Oklahoma has taken control for now. They lead it 5-3. This is Sooner softball. We're back in 60 seconds. I say Bearcat. They're Bobcats. Bearcats. Losing my mind. Yeah, I said Bearcat. Don't get old, kids. It's Bearcat. I thought I said it. Here comes Kai Minor, and the new pitcher is Carly Babella, the freshman. First pitch is a strike to the freshman Kai Minor. Babella out of El Campo, Texas. Just about every player on this Sam Houston State roster is from Texas, as that's fouled off. In fact, every single player on the Sam Houston State roster is from Texas.
Well, shoot.
Oh, heads up. Thanks, Warren.
When I just took a bag of Tootsie Pops to the hand, I thought it
You
was
made a
soft
catch. I
coming
did
in.
too. I did too. It was cooking.
Shoot, when you're in the state of Texas and you have that luxury of not really, I mean, there's so much great talent.
1-2 misses low, 2-2.
But even then, though, that's still a bit obscure. But
Every single player.
it's a
Bella's
lot of good softball down there.
Yeah. 1-2 is bounced foul down the third base line. The numbers for the freshman out of El Campo. Last outing, an inning and 2/3 against Baylor, gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. ERA is at 3.29. She's ahead on the count, 1-2 here. There's a ball that gets away from the catcher Perez. Off to second goes Dayton. Wild pitch.
Another 2-out opportunity to put some runs on the board. And Sooners, so far in this ball game, all runs have been scored with 2 outs.
Kendall Wells waits on deck. 2-2. Line drive right at the shortstop, Holiday. Hit hard. Holiday makes the catch, but the Sooners regain control. We head to the fourth. A 4-run third has put the Sooners on top 5-3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. In today, Joe Bob is listening in Lexington, TJ in Humble, Texas, Brad in Indianola, Iowa, Joel in Rogersville, Georgia Sooner girl Kim is out in Kingston, Georgia, Pam's in the Carline today, Crystal's in Broken Bow, the Wisecrackers tuned in. It's a fun day as the first pitch of the fourth is up high to Abby Papadimitriou. Last time up, for one day, she grounded out to first. 5-3 Sooners. Bouncer to third. Cut off by Barker. One away. That a play, kid. Sid Barker came charging and then had to take a bit of a left turn and made it look smooth. One away.
And again, another one of those, I don't think you understand how tough that play is. And it had a funky hop on it, and you could see Sid going for it as the first pitch is fouled off right off of Kendall Wells on the bunt attempt. But it's really easy to pull up on that and play the high hop, and she stayed nice and low and threw the ball.
Kyla Heine she walked her first time up. Her only plate appearance. She's hitting .250 on the season as the senior left fielder, as that's in for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Trish Yarotsky waits on deck. No defensive changes for the Sooners. The 0-2 pitch is a little bit up. Oh, Lexi stayed in at first base. I apologize.
It looks like Alyssa
then Alyssa Parker shifted to second, so that really threw me off because I saw her out there. And she is too tall to play second base. That's a joke. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Line drive, center field, falling fast, but not fast enough. Minor comes racing in, and there's 2 away.
2 quick outs. And that is, again, the response you want from Lowry coming into this inning. Sooners put up 4, regain the lead, get this team back in the dugout as quick as you can. But Lowry, again, continuing to throw outs, but I'd like to see her get on the corners a bit more.
Trish Yarotsky hits one hard into right field. It's a base hit. Parker was thinking about coming up throwing, but Yarotsky had beat it out.
And this is where that pitcher brain has to take over a little bit. Again, I've talked so much about the importance of first pitch strikes. We're starting to see the Bearcats get really aggressive because they are playing the fact that Lowry has thrown first pitch strikes to all but 2 hitters here in this ball game.
An adjustment, yeah.
Yes. Now, keep hammering the zone, but take a ball off the plate just a bit. Now those turn in to miss hits.
First pitch a little bit out to Morgan Holiday.
That's the beauty of when you're in the strike zone, as much as Lowry has been in this ball game, especially early in counts. Now you get to expand the strike zone first pitch just a bit, and you start getting those chases on pitches that really aren't strikes.
1-0 is in for a strike, 1-1.
But start taking advantage of that Sam Houston aggressiveness in the box.
1 ball and 1 strike, 5-3. The Sooners lead it over Sam Houston. That's up. You know, there is the debate over what you truly consider a matinee.
Okay.
So what time do you consider a matinee, in your opinion?
Anything before 6.
Okay. The 2-1 is in for a strike. The theaters say any time between 4. So when I'm saying a Friday matinee, I'm correctly calling it, but that seems early to me. I think 6 o'clock is considered a matinee. I feel like we have 2 matinees today.
Yeah.
2-2. Popped up on the infield. Who has it? Lexi McDaniel makes the catch basket style, and that'll do it for Sam Houston in the 4th. Sooners work around a 2-out single. Audrey Lowry impressive as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 5-3 Sooners. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. I'm moving slow today. I apologize. I try to work. You know I'm working out now.
Yes.
I don't know if you've noticed this.
I'm not passing judgment.
There's Kendall Wells. First pitch to Wells is a little bit low. One of my favorite dudes, one of the strongest dudes I know, Chris Atterbury. Might be the strongest man in Norman, was at the gym today.
Nice. Did you make him look bad?
I had to try, and it did not work out so well.
So that's why you're walking
I'm
slow.
moving a little bit
It's all
slow
right.
today. The 1-0, low.
I appreciate where you're,
My,
where you're at, though.
and it was my guy, Austin Duke, over at Stoic, great partners of Sooner Sports Properties, was running the class. So we did Bulgarian squats and front squats, and I'm in big trouble today, people. The 2-0 is a little bit low, ball 3.
I can tell. You did all that squat work today.
What happened was when we traveled, it makes it a little bit tougher. So you fall behind a bit, and you really can't make things up in the gym, even if you try. Kendall Wells has 12 home runs this season after falling behind 3-0. Bella has a quick conversation with her catcher. Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members to the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com. Oh, what a play, diving on the short hop. The throw across, though, is not in time. In fact, the ball gets away from the first baseman, Harrison. That was a highlight-worthy stab by Holiday at short, diving to her right towards the third base bag to take away what looked like an obvious hit through the 5-6 hole, and nearly threw out Kendall Wells at first.
That was a great job by Holiday keeping that ball on the dirt. Gotta love it. But I'm going to say this. You want to know how much confidence JT Gasso and Coach Gasso have in Kendall Wells? 3-0 green light as a freshman kid. Go ahead.
First pitch to Cassidy Pickering is in for a strike.
3-0 green light is something you earn, right?
You don't get that very often around here. No.
And gotta love it. And also turn it into a single.
The 0-1. Oof.
That's a good.
Pickering had a cut, fouled it back. No balls and 2 strikes. Boy, Pickering just looks poised to rip one. Like that, to left center field. What an amazing diving catch made in left center field by Heine. That was an absolute dart, a bullet, a blast off the bat of Pickering. And running towards the left center field gap, Heine made one of the best catches you're going to see here at Love's Field.
And I'll say
One
this,
away.
Sam Houston State has kept runs off the board, and they've kept themselves in this game defensively. That play right there by Heine, we saw a great play earlier by Lundstrom in center field, keeping balls on the dirt, on the infield.
First pitch strike. Ooh, just missed a little low, ball one.
What a great catch. And
that was a great catch.
I'm loving, and we're seeing it on both sides, but one thing that the outfielders for Sam Houston State do really well, you just see their movements, and it's immediate. The reaction of the ball off the barrel, I mean, it's immediate.
1-0 pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. Good to see Coach Karen Johns tuned in today. Also, I saw a lot of alums. Appreciate it. There is a nasty off-speed 1-1. Elke Phelps and Karin Phelps. Like EP and KP, like Ella Parker and Cassidy Pickering are tuned in. The 1-2. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's not lose sight either of how hard that ball was hit.
Absolutely.
Off the bats. I mean, that thing was destined for extra base hits.
We've talked a lot about timing today in the box for Oklahoma. You can just see Cassidy Pickering let that ball travel and then laced it opposite field. And again, Bearkats flashing some leather here today, and I mean, it has made a difference. There's at least 1 run taken off the board minimum from some of the plays we've seen. 5-3
game. Alyssa Parker takes ball 4. So the Sooners have runners at first and second. One other thank you. Our pal Jen from Anthony Travel has checked in. And Jen has been a lifesaver for your boy throughout the season. So thank you, Jen. When you're getting ready to fly back from Arizona and the first text you get is that your flight has been canceled, that's never a good
it's a tough
sign.
Day.
That's not a bad start. It's not a good start to the day. All right, what do you want to see here from the Sooners, DJ? First and second, 1 out. Ella Parker coming to the plate. Obviously, an opportunity to really blow this game open. You're up 5-3. And, again, there's a pretty good job by the pitching staff. Abke, you've chased now. Babella, not quite a full inning yet. But what do you want to see from the Sooner attack?
You know, Ella Parker has had 2 really good at-bats, 2 solid at-bats here today, but Babella just a freshman.
Yeah.
And in this situation here, again, we're still in a tight ball game. 5-3 as this game's getting a little bit later, but Ella Parker, as you mentioned, an opportunity to break it open, but this is where the Sooners can take control of this ball game, right? We've seen this game go back and forth just a little bit. The Sooners put up 4 in the third, but I don't feel like the Sooners have taken this game over.
No.
So a big opportunity for Ella Parker here.
First pitch is in for a strike. I told our buddy Alan Moody during the pregame, we were catching up. I said, Alan, I'll do a better job on our home runs this year to get you exit velocity and distance. We have Lexi McDaniel's numbers. Given to you after this 0-1 pitch, it's a little bit out. Lexi McDaniel's third inning home run went 238 feet at a launch angle of only 20 degrees with an exit velocity of 79 miles an hour.
Man.
First and second, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Hard hit back up the middle, through into center field. Rounding third, heading home is Kendall Wells. She'll score without a throw. Off to third goes Parker. Off to second goes Ella.
You gotta love it. Manufacturing runs using the dirt. And that's one thing that this Sooner team has done a good job of today. Again, we've seen the ball leave the yard, but we've seen a lot of manufactured runs, and that's such a great piece of hitting by Ella Parker with 1 out and a runner in scoring position, and just moving runners and passing the bat.
Here's Gabby. Gabby's hit it hard twice today. First pitch low and away, ball 1. I mean, the way this offense is, we could blink and you could probably have the run rule game-ending run coming to the plate. That's how explosive this team can be. The 1-0 fouled off, a ball and a strike.
Starting to see a lot of foul balls
And that tells you?
Yes, go to the opposite side of the field. Gabby Garcia, again, flaring that pitch hard into the third baseline netting. Again, just working on letting the ball travel just a bit more early in this game. Again, a lot of Sooners reaching.
That's in the dirt, got away, but not far enough for Parker to decide to try to break from home. Don't think I blame her. That would have been wild to see her try to chase. Chase down. The 2-1. Ooh, good spot, a little up and in.
That's a good spot. That's a good take by Gabby Garcia. Pitch coming in high across the strike zone. A little bit off speed. That's a good take.
The pitch reaches, pokes it foul. Six runs now on 9 hits for the Sooners. There is an error. That was actually committed by Audrey Lowry. 3 runs on 3 hits for Sam Houston. The 2-2. Hit hard and deep to left field and gone! Gabby Garcia makes it 9-3 with a bomb over the left field wall. And just like that, the Sooners have seized total control of this game. And that was pure opposite field power from the Sooners shortstop.
And you could see the approach unfolding in Gabby Garcia's at bat. Every foul ball she had was going straight into that third base netting. On the left side of the field as a lefty.
Start the offensive machine. This game kind of lacked a little juice, a little buzz, and Sooners woke up in the bottom of the 3rd inning and now have put this game a little bit further out of reach, 9-3.
And Plank, you asked me in the middle of Ella Parker's at-bat of what the Sooners needed to do at this point in the game, and again, it was take control. And we've definitely seen that.
First pitch to Sid Barker is a strike.
But what a day for Gabby Garcia.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Nearly left the yard in her first at-bat, singled and drove in 2 runs in the 3rd, and then hits a 3-run bomb to blow this game open here in the 4th. Ooh, Barker way out in front of the off-speed, swing and a miss. Barker getting the start at second. We'll see whether or not we get Nelly in game 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Barker. Rips one into left field, a base hit. Hit so hard it was bobbled by Heine. Give Holiday credit. She climbed the ladder. Dang near caught it.
And this is what we've seen this offense do. Get in that zone and start passing the bat. This was all started with the single by Kendall Wells, followed up by Parker drawing the walk, but now we're starting to see the Sooners just pass the bat. It's contagious.
McDaniel homered her last time up, fouls this one off.
I go back to McDaniel's at bat in the 3rd.
Kind of started things, right?
Absolutely. It was a shift, and you could see it. And I think even what made it even sweeter, McDaniel coming in off the bench, not in the starting lineup, and just having a really good at bat.
Here comes the 0-1, a little bit low. Well, there's something that Coach Gasso said in our pregame show, and it was I think it was kind of evident in the first couple of innings. Like, don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know, don't get caught snoozing. There's a 9-drive base hit into left field as McDaniel's at bat looks eerily similar to Sid Barker's. Don't look now, but the run rule run is on first base. Now, granted, we're only in the bottom of the 4th inning, so Sam Houston State would still get an opportunity to hit as Ilana Agbayani is going to re-enter in run, and I would imagine staying and play second base. The crowd roars as Lexi McDaniel heads back to the dugout. Let's also not lose sight of how great this junior PA announcer has been this half inning.
Tremendous.
She's been outstanding. She even got a Boomer Sooners chant going. That's next level. Abby Dayton.
She's every
name, yeah.
Gotta love it.
Here's Abby Dayton. First pitch to the left-handed hitting, right-handed throwing. Left fielder is a little bit out. Nine to 3 Sooners. Dayton hits one hard and pretty deep to left center field, and it's gone. It looked for a moment like Lundstrom might try to go up and take away the home run, but she couldn't get up, and it was too little too late. Home run, Abby Dayton, her second of the season, and hello, run rule territory. It's now 12 to 3 Sooners.
If you blinked, you missed it. And just like that, and again, we saw it last night. A little bit of a slow start for the Sooners, but I'm going to say this. Answering the call and rising to the challenge. The challenge has been do not settle, do not get complacent, and get in here and finish a ball game. I can guarantee you the message as the first pitch to Minor misses low and away. The message this inning, go into ball game.
Yeah.
And you
Finish
you can just see it.
It's a 7-run bottom of the 4th inning. And here's Kai Minor. Sooners aren't done. First pitch, or excuse me, the 1-0 pitch is low, ball 2. Kai in her first game as the leadoff hitter for the Sooners. 9th batter this inning. She's 1 for 3, popped out to short, lined out to short, but the meat in that sandwich was a single in the second. 12 to 3 Sooners. 2-0 pitch misses outside, ball 3. I wonder if I'll be able to get it set up where we can hear the junior PA between innings, or between hitters.
It is pretty awesome. She's killing it.
She's on fire. Here's the 3-0. That's a strike, 3-1. Who's coming out to hit next? No one's in the on-deck circle yet. There's Bella Emmerling. So it looks like she's going to hit here for Kendall Wells. And that's on deck. Let's see what Minor can do with this 3-1. My word, it nearly hit her. Minor's on her way to first. Yeah, let's see if we have this or not. This could be a nightmare, or this could actually work out.
I think we're going to get it.
You think so? Oh, we're going to get a pitching change first. Isabella Emmerling will pinch hit here.
Number 14, Isabella Emmerling.
First pitch to Bella is a little bit up for ball 1. I mean, isn't she just fantastic?
Awesome. I mean, during the pitching change, getting the crowd going. Gotta love it.
There's a 1-0 that's high to Bella Emmerling. Oh, man, it's 12 to 3 Sooners as Oklahoma has put 7 on the board and have taken complete control of this game. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Rip foul. Look out, Coach Gasso. Protect her at all costs. 2 balls and a strike. Our pitching changes, as always, are brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. Cassie Marshall, freshman out of Rockwall, Texas, by way of Heath High School, is the new pitcher. 2-1. Oh, and I didn't mean to. Check swing, foul ball.
I'll say this for Sam Houston. Again, Sooners putting up 7 runs here in the 4th inning to put this into run rule territory potentially, but you feel for Sam Houston a little bit. I mean, Abke started this game, had a pretty good start at one point, Sooners trailing, but
2-2 is high. 3-2. Go ahead, Deej. I'm sorry.
Lowry giving up the bomb, and you got to love the response. And I think that's really been the key for the Sooners in this game, of getting punched in the mouth a little bit early on and coming back and quickly responding.
And we should point out, this is according to all the stats we can find from Sam Houston State, this is the season debut for Cassie Marshall. Here's Cassidy Pickering.
Yeah, and I think kind of what I was getting at, and kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, but it's, you watch as that pitch misses outside, but Abke starts this game, but Bella had an okay start coming in out of the bullpen, but now Sam Houston really having to dig into their bullpen.
Yeah.
And, just at this point to get through the game and get out of the inning.
Here's the 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1. Emmerling at first, Minor at second, already 7 runs in here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's 12-3 Sooners. The 1-1. Bounce down the first base line, foul. We're going to say it's a foul ball. Nice play over at first by Harrison.
Sam Houston has been solid defensively. 1 error in the game made on the Sooner side of the defense, but Sam Houston has really done a good job on the defensive side of the ball.
Popped up left field. Foul territory is where Heine is to make the catch, and there's 2 away. Heine thought it was the 3rd out and started racing in, and now we'll retreat back to left field.
Well, here's what's wild. This is the same inning. This inning started off with Heine making an unreal play out in left field.
Yeah.
Cassidy Pickering, both outs here in this inning, both to Heine in left field.
That was an amazing catch. It's just line L7 in my scorebook, but that so doesn't do it justice. Here's Tia Malloy. She's going to hit for Alyssa Parker. Malloy digs in. She's hit the ball hard her last few times, and boy, she looks ready as she takes strike 1. I feel like every single time she steps in, she's getting more and more confident. Huge season upcoming potentially for this lefty. She rips one into right field. It's a base hit. Kai Minor will round third. She'll score a 2-out RBI single. Stay hot, Tia Malloy. It's 13-3 Sooners.
And right on cue, Tia Malloy takes an absolute hack in the box. And you know what? I don't know if I have seen another hitter recently. Think of how much Malloy just turns on a pitch and lines it right through the 3-4 hole. She did it last night.
Here's Cheney Helton. So Cheney will hit in what is Ella Parker's spot. And what a day that Ella Parker has had. 13-3, Sooners lead it. Haney hitting .500 on the season. I think her average is actually better than that as the first pitch is low.
Helton.
Pretty good job.
Yep.
Pretty good job with Helton. The crowd is roaring every time she announces a name. Here's the 1-0. Hit it hard, Cheney. She bounces that one foul. They have her listed, and I know this might be a small thing, they have her listed at 4 for 8 on the season. But I think in the UTEP game, they credited her with an at-bat that belongs to Bella Emmerling. To me, I think she's 4 for 7 on the year. Might be adding to that as the 1-1 pitch is in for a strike. She scored as Cheney Helton, 11 runs on the season. Used as a pinch runner. She's been solid. The 1-2 pitch headed home, up high, 2-2.
She's been solid, and I think what's really cool about what Cheney Helton has been doing is taking her role right now and running with it. She's taking advantage of opportunities, getting spot at bats.
Skies this one to shallow center field. Racing in is the center fielder Lundstrom to make the catch. And that'll do it for the Sooners, but the damage is done. And this game might just be 2. We head to the 5th defensively. We'll have Nelly at 3rd, Gabby at short, Ilana re-entering at 2nd, Ilana Agbayani. Not to be confused with any other Ilana, I guess, on the roster. And Sydney Barker, a battery of Bella Emmerling, and, of course, Audrey Lowry looks like she's going to finish this. Tia Malloy is out in left. In right is Cheney Helton. And in center field is Abby Dayton. We are going through the final look through the lineup cards to make sure everyone's on the same page before we get things started. Here in the 5th, this game was 3-1. Sam Houston State in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And if we get going here, the Sooners can shut things down quickly. Might have time to catch first pitch of Skip's boys against Gonzaga.
If you were looking for weekend plans, we gave them all to you today.
We got them for you. First pitch of the 5th is in for a strike.
I really like, and I expected to see Audrey Lowry out here to finish this ball game, but I really like that she is out here going the distance here in the 5th. She's been good.
Right.
Has she been perfect? No. Is the expectation to be perfect as that off-speed drops in for strike 2? Lowry ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. But is the expectation to be perfect? No. But has she missed some spots? I'd say so a little bit. So I like that she's out here to finish this ball game and kind of work through. 0-2
chop towards short. Wow. On the bare hand. Garcia grabs it, snags it, throws it for the out. Ozzie Smith smiling somewhere.
Heck yeah.
One away.
She adds a backflip to it. It's pretty much the same thing. Bare-handing the high hop. You got to love it.
Coach Gasso has a smile on her face as she walks out to make a pitching change.
And I like that Lowry came out in the 5th. Number 1, to get the win, but number 2, I love finishing the game on that at-bat. Nice locations, the lefty-lefty. What a play by Gabby Garcia.
Listen to the crowd. Solid outing for one Audrey Lowry. She'll head to the dugout, and we'll see Sydney Burzon check in, the LSU transfer. We'll tell you about the new Sooner pitcher when we come back in 60 seconds. Oklahoma 13, Sam Houston State 3. Sophia Lundstrom digs in. The lefty will face the new Sooner pitcher, Sydney Burzon, as she fouls the first one off. Sooners lead at 13-3, 2 outs away from a run rule win. Burzon on the season, 1-1. In 12 innings, she's scattered 12 hits, has allowed 8 runs, 5 of those earned, a 2.92 earned run average. Feel like she's kind of getting comfortable as the 0-1 pitch misses low.
On such a big place for this pitching. This is a huge weekend for this for the team, but this is a huge weekend for this pitching staff, right? Being in positions 2 games in a row here where you've got a pretty big win, or excuse me, pretty big lead.
Bouncer back to Berzon. Cuts it off, shovels to first, 2 away. By the way, I can tell Nellie's been dying to get out there. You see her
bouncing around.
Yeah. 2 outs.
But you got to love being able to kind of see each pitcher. I expect to see each pitcher on the staff get at least some time this weekend, but it's so much about building confidence, so much about that just getting in form.
Right. First pitch strike to Jordan Pino. Pino's 1 for 2 and has the big shot of this game for Sam Houston. Her 3rd inning 2-run home run made it 3-1 Sam Houston State. The Bearcats have watched as the Sooners have reeled off 12 unanswered. And that 0-1 pitch just misses 1-1. We'll have to do a deep dive maybe in game 2 on some of your thoughts on Berzon.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of excitement, but I do think she's also kind of getting comfortable, getting her feel. 1-1 is bounced to the right side, just foul.
I'm going to say this game has flown.
It seemed like about midway through the 3rd, a 7-run combined inning, they decided, let's kick this thing into another gear. They had a first pitch at about 2:12, so this could wrap in under 2 hours as the 1-2 pitch skips in, ball 2. A big difference from the marathon run rule game we had last night. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, ball 3.
I'm still reeling over the barehanded play. Gabby Garcia made me start this inning.
We've seen some gems.
It's been on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Houston State, again, there's only 13 only, but
Hard
13 runs.
Hard hit ball to the right side. This should do it. Ogbayani tosses to Barker. Ball game. Win column Sooners in run rule fashion. Oklahoma falls behind 3-1, then scores 12 unanswered, including an 8-run bottom of the 4th inning. And they beat Sam Houston State in the first of 2, 13-3. Wow.
Yeah.
In the words of Ron Burgundy, that escalated quickly.
Well, and we said it too, though, right? Ella Parker's at bat. That felt like a point in the game where the Sooners were either going to take the game over or let Sam Houston kind of stick around. And obviously, 8-run 4th inning.
Yeah. Unreal. The Sooners put 13 on the board. 12 of those 13 come in the final 2 innings. All right, we're going to have a quick Brahms post-game show coming up next, and then we'll get ready for Game 2. The final score, Oklahoma 13, Sam Houston State 3. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.